Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Braden. I wanted to make a video about, my surgery experience. Just part of it. This is going to be like a part 1 video. So this is just about like the pre-op and then coming out of surgery, and then I'll make another video about like coming home from the hospital the next day and then on, I guess. So this is just like the first part. Alright. So, got some notes here. So the procedure I got was like it was like a laparoscopic hysterectomy, full hysterectomy, with the one I can never pronounce, but the surgery to remove the ovaries. I got both those done at the same time. So what they did is, I can just show you. I don't know if you can tell. So we went in here, just like right above my tattoo. I told them I didn't care if they had to like go in my tattoo, whatever. This one the scab already fell off and it's already pretty much healed. That's just like tape. I was just worried about scratching it at night because all the hair is growing back. So that's what that is. But that's the one of the incisions, and then just inside the belly button, and then one right here that's still scabbed over. Today is 2 weeks, 1 day post-op. So anyways, so I got the laparoscopic histo, full histo, and the ovaries removed, and apparently there's like a thunder and lightning storm happening now. Anyways, so it took close to 3 hours for the procedure. My surgery was scheduled for 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had to be there for 11:30 to do all the paperwork and all that crap. My mom and my girlfriend went with me, so that was cool. What did I write down? I was surprisingly very calm. Like, I'm a very anxious person, and especially when it comes to surgery. The only surgeries I've ever had were, my first surgery was top surgery. My second surgery, which was actually 2 months ago, was I got all 4 wisdom teeth removed, and this would make my 3rd surgery. So I don't know. I don't know if it was because I had the wisdom teeth like a few months ago that I was just like, no big deal, whatever. And also because my top surgery took 4 hours, where I was like, well, if this is only gonna take 2 or 3, then like this can't, it's not a big deal if I can get through top surgery and all that crap. So yeah, that was cool, to not be freaking out before I got there. I took my medication, my anxiety medication, before I got there. I think around that, like whenever I woke up, like around 10 o'clock or something like that. I took like 1.5 milligrams of Klonopin. They said I could take before surgery, so I wouldn't be as anxious. And they were also going to give me something anyways to calm me down pre-op. Anyways, so then what happened? So I went in. The nurses at the hospital that I got the procedure done at were really helpful. They were really cool. They hooked me up to the IVs, the pressure cuffs on my legs. Had me before that they had me change into one of those like hospital Johnnies or whatever you call it. This one was weird because it was like, I guess like a newer one. I've never seen it before. It had different pockets. I guess they set up with different connectors that they hook up to like a vacuum type machine to keep your body temperature like steady or whatever. It was pretty cool. I wasn't awake for that part of it, but that was what they had me put on going into surgery. So then it was pretty much a waiting game after they hooked me up, and it was just waiting in pre-op. So my girlfriend and my mom were there in pre-op also, and then they rolled me into the OR, which always worries me that I'll be awake, like going into the OR room. Like, I always want to be like, just knock me the fuck out before I get in there. Like, I don't want to see any of this equipment. Like, I don't want to see anything. Like, you look over and you see like a tray full of like sharp things and metal things, and then these big ass fucking lights everywhere. But I was just like, alright, cool. Like, my doctor is a really cool guy, really young guy, never on time. That's my only complaint. Never on time for anything. But he's a great guy. He did a great job. And let me get back to what I was talking about. So So yeah, they brought me to the OR, and like I said, I thought I would be freaked out, like, oh, you know what I mean. I thought the same for top surgery, but I was okay then. So anyways, so I was alright with that. Then basically it was like they hooked me up. Well, I was already hooked up to IV. They put like the stuff to make me go out in the IV, and then gave me oxygen. Well, first they gave me the oxygen, and I was breathing it, and I thought that that was the stuff that was gonna like put me out. And it's been like a minute, and I'm like talking to the guy above me, you know, like, why is it taking so long? And he started laughing because I thought it was like, you know, like, then I'd be out. Like, I thought that was it, but it was just oxygen apparently. So waited a little bit more. Then they injected like the stuff to put me to sleep, whatever. And I just remember like that the oxygen mask, and like it hit me, and it was really, really, really hot. Like it just felt like my insides were on fire. And I don't remember anesthesia being like that before, but I think they had changed it because of when my mom was there. She had spoken to the surgeon. She had issues with one of the anesthesias there. That's another story, but I think that's why they used something different, because that was something I've never felt before. But it was only for a second, because obviously I was out. But all I remember is like that burning, and then breathing, and then all of a sudden I couldn't breathe out anymore, and I was just like freaking out, because I don't know what happened, and then I just shut, and then I was out, done. So that was that. And then 3 hours later, I was like extremely fucking thirsty. Like I just smoked like 10 joints, and there was no water anywhere. There was no water, and you know that whole wait, like I had to wait for they didn't give me water, they gave me ice chips. I had to wait like an hour, and I am not very patient when it comes to like things I need. Speaking of, I'm kind of thirsty right now. Sorry, this video is kind of like lagging, like taking forever. But so finally, but yeah, extremely dry mouth. Like I think I had like a canker sore on the side of my tongue, because my the day later, because my fucking mouth was so dry. But yeah, anyways, I got the water, blah blah blah. When I woke up, I also had the catheter in, which was weird, because you're like laying in that bed, and you got like the catheter in there, and then like just this like rectangular cloth, like about that big and like this thick, and then like a pad on it, and that's just like over, like not attached, it's just like over and under, you know what I mean? So that was weird. Not a lot of blood at all, really, which I was surprised. I wasn't really in a lot of pain. I just wanted to go home very badly. What else? Yep, they had me on a morphine drip when I got out of surgery, with one of those little buttons. So every 10 minutes you can click it, and it gives you like 0.3, I don't know what the milligrams, I think. Yeah, milligrams, 0.3 milligrams every 10 minutes. That's whatever. So I did fine with that. The issue I did have was something called lactate ringers. It's like an IV type thing. It's like it's in the bag. I guess it's similar to the saline solution they use, but as soon as they put that in, it was like, I don't know what happened, but I was like very confused and like very nauseous and out of it, and I started throwing up, and that was not fun. So as soon as they took me off that, I was fine, and I don't know, I never heard of that before, and I've never used it, so I don't know what that reaction was from. So anyways, had the catheter in, and that was weird, because it was like, you look at the bag, and you're like, oh, okay, it's at the end of your bed, like, you know, you're sitting up, and then, like, to 20 minutes later, it's like, that shit's full, like, I don't even, like, it's weird not, like, peeing and not being able to feel it, like, I didn't have that sensation, like, oh, I have to pee, it just, like, happened, and I had no idea, which is cool, like, that's pretty convenient, like, I wish I could do that every day if it wasn't, like, painful and, like, not fun, like, I don't wish I could do that every day, but it was helpful for what I needed it, you know what I mean? What else? Okay, so one issue I did have that was a big issue is my pre-op appointment and right before my surgery. I made it clear, like I asked the doctor, I made it clear with everybody, like once I get out of surgery, like the next day, because I have to stay overnight the next day, I made it clear, like I'll be able to have my anxiety medication, and I have 2 inhalers for my asthma. So I made sure that they were like, yeah, there's no problem, like you'll be able to take them on time the next day, you won't have to wait, blah blah blah, because I have really bad anxiety. So I was like, and I'm going to be anxious about leaving and being in the hospital and all these people and blah 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 blah. So they were like, yeah, you would take them next day when you wake up, all that. So they took them, like, because I showed them I had it, so I had my bottle of Klonopin and then my QVAR and my Pro Air. So they put that in like a little lockbox that was on the wall and locked it up. And I kept asking, because I woke up at 5:30 the next morning, like I did not get any sleep, and my girlfriend stayed with me, so that was cool. So since 5:30, like I usually take that medicine as soon as I wake up, so I don't have, you know what I mean? That's what I'm prescribed. So they kept sending requests to I was like, they kept sending requests to the doctors, and hours went by, and the doctor still did not approve the requests. And it came to the point where the nurses were like, here, look at my tablet, look at my screen, look at my computer, like, look, I put in these requests for, like, the doctor. All he has to do is hit approve to, like, for, you know, a procedure. So I wasn't getting mad at the nurses, because I knew it was just, like, procedure and all of that. But I ended up having a panic attack. I freaked the fuck out, and that hurt a lot because of like the hyperventilating and the crying and all of that, and having like wounds and organs removed and grossness at the same time. So that was not fun. But I lost my place. Sorry. But the funny part was the locked box. I didn't even think about it. I was just so focused on like somebody fucking open this that I think my girlfriend was just sick of hearing me. So she tried the room number for the combination, and it ended up working. And I totally took the fall for her when they came in. They were like, "How did you get it?" I was like, "I don't care. Like, this is my medication. Like, I'm supposed to be taking this. Like, I don't give a fuck." And I was like, I got in the box, and they were laughing, whatever. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, it was just pain. That was the only issue I had that was really annoying, was waiting, because I didn't end up getting my anxiety medication until 4 p.m. like 3 o'clock the next day, and I take it 3 times a day. So I missed like 2.5 doses, and my like asthma controlled asthma medication as well. So not cool. Then after that, they pulled out all the cotton dressing that was like in nature's pocket. That's what I like to call that area. So they pulled that out. They told me that it was going to be like really long, and I was making jokes like a magic trick, like when they pull that really long like multicolored thing, and that's exactly what it's like. Like I looked away, and then I couldn't help it, because I'm like, they're still pulling things out, like stuff to the gills. So they pulled all that out. That was around, yeah, they pulled that out, and then they pulled the catheter out after, and then I had to wait to be able to, so they knew that I'd be able to like walk and pee and eat. So I already ate and walked, and then I just had to pee. After they took the catheter out, it hurt a little bit. I mean, it like was like kind of like a UTI, like that kind of like fuck feeling. And then I was totally fine after that. Like, it did not hurt to pee at all after that. And then I was discharged around 4 p.m. the next day. So pretty much I got there on August 3rd, 2015, which is my surgery date. 1 p.m. was when surgery began, and then I got home on August 4th at around 4:30 p.m. So overall good experience. Anxiety attack, not so much. I'm going to post more videos. It's been about 15 minutes, so I'm going to end it here. And yeah, I'll post more videos about other stuff, and I'll talk to you guys soon.